already was successful is the village of Khanozai. It's in a relatively safe region of the Pashtun area. It's estimated that more than 90% of the villagers are literate. We are visiting a girls' high school in the village. We're curious about why education is flourishing over here. Lu Baba attends 9th grade.
My parents sent me to school to get an education. I enjoy it because I will get a job and my parents will be happy. People will say that she got education. They will appreciate it.
We are told Khanozai is home to more than 20 schools. The community does a lot for it. They put pressure on the government, they hold regular meetings in which they discuss education, and they tell us that some people have even donated land for schools to be built.
I like my school because we get education here and learn many other good things. We learn a lot about how to progress in life.
My father is a big supporter of education, and he supports us all. All of my brothers and sisters are getting education.
I want to become an artist. I have the support of my family for that. They wish that I make something out of my life when I grow up, just like my grandmother, Aliya Asma, so that I can do something for the society and the country.
Literacy rates for girls here in Khanozai are even higher than that of boys. And this is unusual. In the whole of Pakistan, girls attend schools far less often than boys.
I'm very impressed.
I am very impressed by the people, their attitude and behavior. One important point I've noted is that they believe education is everything. People here place great importance on it, saying that life is impossible without it. They insist on educating both boys and girls, which is why the literacy rate is so high, around 98%.
But where does this attitude have its roots? It all seems to go back to one village elder who forced authorities to provide his people with proper education infrastructure more than 100 years ago. Allama Abdul Ali Akhwanzadeh. Meet his great-great-grandson, Akhwanzadeh Dur Afshan. At the ruins of the first girls' school of the village, he explains that people still follow his great-great-grandfather's example, as it has shown really positive effects.
Our campaign for education still continues, because, thanks to God, we live in a very peaceful society. If education slips out of our hands, if this happens, our new generation will be illiterate and ignorant. And illiterate people with no awareness, they will destroy the peace in the society. Our people don't compromise on education. And therefore, peace and calmness is something that has to do with education. Here we have peace, and where we have education, it will bring peace with it. It will give people awareness, and it brings people to peace.
One of the reasons why Akhwanzadeh had so much influence, the society in Khanozai is very homogeneous and well organized. People all belong to a certain clan of Pashtuns, they tell us. Places like this garden and house were built by more than one family. But close ties also mean there is social pressure.
In our area, you will never find a house where children don't get education. And those who do not get education, people don't like them.
Generally, it seems a bit better off than Jalal's mountain village and more urban, so political power seems easier to reach. It's hard to use Khanozai as a blueprint for the whole of the Pashtun area. It has a really long tradition of fostering education, so people from Khanozai tend to get better jobs, we are told, and as a result have more power to demand education for their kids too. So it's still a long way to go for other villages who might want to follow Khanozai's example.